Hi, I'm Mario, and today we will have a tutorial on the sequence tool that is situated inside the software of the RTC 9000 test controller. The tool is situated here under this tab, and if you have the license, the sequence button is enabled, and pushing this button, this will be enabled to see here another tab within the sequence tool. Sequence. Here is the tab, and here is the sequence tool. So let's create a sequence. We want, for example, to go with a ramp force control mode to a steady state value, and then cycling with a sine, and then change the sine level to another level with a different amplitude at a different hertz. So, for example, add the first step. In force control mode and ramp set point mode, I want to go to, for example, 150 Newton at a rate of 50 Hertz per second and stay there, for example, 3 seconds or 2 seconds. Okay. In the second step, I want 2 cycles. It's always in force control mode. I want to go to the same level that I've reached before, or 150 Newton, and want to cycle between, for example, 200 Newton and 100 Newton. So the amplitude is 50 Newton, because 150 plus 50 is 200, and 150 minus 50 is 100 Newton. I want to cycles at 4x, I want to do, for example, 100 cycles. And I enable also the amplitude control mode. I add another step. I want to go, for example, to 200 Newton as average level in ramp mode. I want to go to within 5 Newton per second, and I want to stay there 2 seconds. Then I add another step. So in sine wave, the average value is 200, and I want 2 cycles between 280 and 120. So the amplitude is 80. I want 2 cycles, for example, at 6 Hertz, and I want to do 200 cycles. Amplitude control enabled. So in this way, so we have a first ramp mode, and we will reach 150 Newton. Then a second step that we will cycle in sine wave mode. Then next step, ramp mode again to change the average level, and then the last step to go to 2 cycles between 280 and 120 Newton. Pay attention not to leave here 0 if you are in sine wave mode. So we want to do 10 completed sequence, and this will count the sequence. So we have to reset here. So enable the actuator, for example, in 0 control mode, go to 0, that is the value for that we are touching with 0 force the spring. We can leave here this in position control mode, because the sequence, it is in force control. When I play the sequence, the control mode will be changed automatically. So let's see. Play. Reset step count, yes. Reset sequence count, yes. Okay. The control mode is changed automatically. Control, it's too much higher. This is the amplitude control mode that is too much higher. So I am decreasing the amplitude control mode. Now it is good. That's changing the average level. It's better to decrease a little bit this. And you see that the level that we are asking, it's perfect. When we arrive at 200 here, it will start from the first step. A few seconds to reach the perfect amplitude, 100 and 200. That is our request, and you can check here the values. There is a little thick slip on the actuator, but because the forces are so little, we can enable also the cycle graph of max mean values from sensor within the cycles. It's better to have here 100, 1000 when we have a long test sequence. It's better to decrease a little bit the amplitude control in order not to have that overshoot that we have seen before. And here you can see the different block of amplitude of the sine wave. Okay, so for the sequence tool, the tutorial, it's all here. So now I stop the sequence tool and see you to next tutorial.